Hey everybody, welcome back to Keeping It Real Estate. We're really excited today. We have a special guest, Sindy Yeh. She is the Senior Business Ambassador for the Arlington Economic Development, and we're going to have a conversation with her today about some really exciting things happening in Arlington. And Sindy, maybe you can introduce yourself and tell everybody why we're here today.
Sure. Thank you very much for having me. I'm very honored
Absolutely.
to be here. And I love the Making It Real Estate. What a great name.
Yes.
Whoever thought about
Keeping
It real estate,
Keeping it real
but it
estate.
happens all the time.
Yes, I think that is wonderful.
Thank you.
For inviting me here. We love Arlington, and we're very happy that both Paul and Chad are working to bring businesses into Arlington.
Great. Well, thanks for coming. We appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time. So, Cindy, if you don't mind, we just kind of keep it informal. We'll throw out a couple questions. We've had a couple points that we wanted to discuss. First and foremost, driving in here, I noticed they're doing a tremendous amount of renovations on the Ballston Mall. I think that's great. Seems to be a good thing for the area. Is that going to bring a lot of people out down on the streets? People excited about the retail and
Absolutely. Ballston is already a very dynamic area, but with the mall coming in, I believe it will be at the end of 2018, early 2019, there'll be a lot of restaurants and retail establishment making this area even more enjoyable for people to live and work. So we're all very excited.
yeah, that's awesome. There's a lot of cranes. I love driving through the city and through Arlington, seeing all the cranes, Tyson's, this whole market. It's pretty exciting. So let me ask you this, Cindy. What are companies looking for? I wanted to get a sense of, sort of what the EDA is doing, and when they're out talking to businesses. What are companies looking for when they come to you, the Arlington County EDA, to say, tell me about Arlington. I'm thinking about moving to the area. What is it that you hear, maybe the top 2 or 3 points that you hear more often than not?
I think in addition to this wonderful location, companies are asking us about workforce. They want to have access to highly educated workforce where they can easily hire some of the people that they want. And Arlington, we always tell them Arlington is an ideal location for that, because the census report shows that more than 71% of Arlington residents have a bachelor's degree, and more than 25% has a graduate degree. So that is actually a very unique point in Arlington. And many of these people are involved in the STEM field, which is what many of these technology companies in Arlington are looking for. And Arlington has lots of millennials, as you probably know, driving around the area.
Sure.
We always want to say Arlington has the highest percentage of millennials, which is considered from 25 to 34-year-olds in the country. Highest percentage of millennials in the country.
That's obviously one of the highest educated markets in the country as well.
Yes.
You touched on something real quick that we hear a lot, STEM. Can you just, for our viewers, talk a little bit about what STEM is and what the acronym stands for?
It stands for Science, Technology, and Education and Management. I believe that's
Yes.
it. So many of the schools in Arlington, as well as companies now, are all looking for STEM educated students and workers.
Sure.
So especially Arlington right now, because Arlington traditionally is everyone knows it's home to the Pentagon. Arlington traditionally have a lot of defense industries and defense contractors located here. They're still a very big part of our market. They are very, very important. But right now, we've been trying to diversify by using our advantage, which is our workforce in the technology industry. So we're trying to grow these entrepreneurial IT companies.
Sure, and there's a lot of education right here in Arlington as well.
That's right. In addition to excellent public schools in our area, Arlington also has universities such as Marymount University, Virginia Tech, George Washington, University of Virginia, UVA. They're all located within this 26 square miles.
Sure. Yeah, we have a client right here at 4040 North Fairfax, right down the street, and Marymount University is in there. In the interim, their new building just completed right here at the intersection of North Fairfax and North Glebe. Beautiful new facility, so they're going to be moving out and right back in there. So that's a huge huge benefit
Right.
for the Arlington region, right?
Right.
They did a beautiful job right here next door to you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
to where we are right here at 1100.
Right.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
it's all very, conveniently located, and especially in the Ballston area, we have some major federal agencies such as DARPA, Office of Naval Research, and Air Force Scientific Research Lab.
Sure.
They're all here, and they spurn a lot of technologies. Many companies locate to this area because to be close to these federal agencies.
Right, and then obviously you have the federal government, DC, right
Yes.
across the river,
Yes.
which is just a short Uber ride away.
Right, like
if you
5
will.
minutes,
Yeah.
literally 5 minutes, either by metro or by Uber or by
Yeah.
cab.
And then Metro, so I
Yes,
was just gonna say
yes.
public service, public transportation, that's
Mhm.
great. So what your role with the EDA is to assist in bringing businesses in
Yes.
here to Arlington
Yes.
County. What are your goals for Arlington going forward as it relates to attracting new companies, new verticals? I know earlier before when we were just kind of chatting, we were talking a little bit about tech, trying to grow tech in the region and some other verticals as well. What are some of your goals as it pertains to bringing new companies in?
Yeah, we have several industries that we're trying to attract. Obviously, in this area, because of the federal government presence, cybersecurity is a very big, huge for us. We want to attract cybersecurity companies here, as well as data analytics. The big data companies are important for us. Education tech companies are also growing here. It's basically we want to grow use what's to our advantage, which is our workforce. And
Yeah.
many of them are the highly educated technology workers. We want to grow those. That's
Sure.
the economic development's goal.
Sure,
So, Sindy, question for you: when you're evaluating as a company and a leader of a company, you're evaluating where you want to be. What sort of incentives can Arlington County provide to these tech companies, cyber companies, contracting companies to do business here? We get that question all the time. You know,
Okay.
is there a benefit to doing business here on a state versus local level
Yes.
in Arlington compared to other
Yes,
areas of
there are
Virginia?
incentives in Arlington as well as with the state of Virginia. There's different kinds, but many incentives are predicated on jobs, hiring, and also investment on the company's part. Arlington has a technology zone incentive, which is to attract tech companies to Arlington. And the benefit is if the company qualifies, there are some criteria to qualify. If they qualify, they'll see their business license tax decrease by 50% for 10 years going forward. So that's a very good incentive. We always tell companies to please come talk to us. We can go over in details with them. on
Because
how-
if you miss it and you're too late, you can't. It's not retroactive. You cannot go
You can
back.
retroactive, but as long as they are hiring workers, hiring by 25%, they could still qualify.
They can still benefit moving forward.
Right.
Okay.
So we always tell them to come talk to us. We can explain it to them. Because all incentives pretty much are based on job growth as well as investment. The state of Virginia also have incentives too for companies. There's different kinds. Mainly it's also to reward companies for hiring workers. So we always want to tell companies, the CEOs, please talk to us and we'll work with them.
Yeah, and through our history of working together with you and
Yeah.
bringing our clients, numerous clients, we can see, I mean, we can point out buildings just around right here, sitting up here on the high floors. You're very responsive. You know, the Arlington
Thank you.
EDA is
Thank you.
really, I mean, very responsive, very easy to work with, and I think that goes a long way when you're
Okay.
trying to develop a relationship with a new company that
Right.
comes in to the area. And we have, you know, Colliers, we're a
Yes.
global real estate firm. We do work all over the country, all around the world, and in return, that work comes back to
Right.
us. So when we have companies from outside the area looking to come here, we'll often talk about Arlington, and I know, you know, any conversations with you are very easy to
Right.
have. And if they were gonna contact you for something like that, where do they go? They go to your website, do they
Go to
contact
website,
you?
call us, we will immediately, 24 hours, we will respond.
And that's, what's the
yeah.
website?
Oh, ArlingtonEconomicDevelopment.com.
Okay,
www.arlingtoneconomicdevelopment.com.
perfect.
And also, it's not just new business, we also work with existing business. Because we all know it's actually, it's harder to attract a new business. It's a lot easier to work with an existing company. They will still hire workers. They may not hire 20 or 30 right at the get-go, but they may hire 2 or 3 every year. And as if you work with them consistently, they actually hire a lot of people. So we spend a lot of energy working with existing companies as well.
Yeah.
So even if once they establish here, we will go visit them, we will talk with them and see what are their needs, is there anything we can help them. We routinely connect them to other businesses. We have executive meetings, executive luncheons for them, to have a group of executives to come together to connect with each other and hopefully get some business done. So we work with our existing businesses.
Yeah, and a lot of the events that you have here connecting companies within Arlington and Arlington Youth are really great too.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, we really try to, because at the end of the day, we know companies want to grow. They want to meet other businesses.
Yes.
And we help them. We convene.
Yeah, and they can partner, and especially in the government contracting arena too, right? Where they partner on contracts and
yeah, those relationships are important.
Yeah.
Right. And we do a lot of events. We have workshops. We have events in different topics. Most of them are free, so we want companies to participate. And we also help promote companies. We nominate them for awards. We remember them, especially our small growing companies, to get nominated for awards, help them. They can use it as a promotion to put it on their website and help them grow.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome. That's all about growth and helping companies go. The small startups, even the big tech companies today started small somewhere. So that's great.
That's right.
That's fantastic. Well, Sindy, I think we pretty much covered everything.
Well, I have
here today.
One very important
that's
question.
right. I forgot you have
you were
a
making
very important
fun of me
question
about.
that I wouldn't say making. That might be a bit.
I said, hey, I think I have a pretty good question, and you said, well, that's
you're not
because
doing the spelling Arlington question, are you?
No, I figured that one out.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just making sure this is on video.
So the top question on my list, which Chad thought was very JV compared to his questions, very minor league compared to what he had on his paper, was, what are in your opinion, there's a lot of reasons why you would do business and run a business in Arlington.
Okay.
In your opinion, what are the top 3 reasons to do business in Arlington?
I want
That's
to
a great question.
Okay, I think the top reason is the ideal location that Arlington has. We are 5 minutes from Washington, D.C., and we are centrally located from all the major business districts in the Northern Virginia, Washington, D.C. metropolitan region. I think that's the number 1 reason.
And you can get west.
Further out west too.
That's one of the things that a lot of people don't realize, the advantage to Arlington. It's a reverse commute. If you're living here going west, or if you need to go out to the airport, or maybe you need to hop out to Tyson's for a business meeting or something like that, the location coming from our offices in Tyson's, coming from Arlington, Tyson's office down to here mid-morning, 15 minutes.
15 minutes, yes.
It's easy.
Yeah, and also just within the businesses in Arlington, Arlington has more than 8,000 establishments. All the businesses in Arlington are within 5 to 10 minutes away from each other, just within Arlington itself.
That's
so that's
awesome.
very easy. Many of them are located along the metro lines. So companies can not only, employees can drive to work, they can metro to work, they can bicycle, and many of them even use scooters. Also, young people can scooter to work or walk to work.
Join the electric scooter program down here in Arlington now, which I love. That is
Capital
phenomenal.
Capital
Bike Share, that's another good one. And the walkability down here is huge too.
Right.
It's fantastic. I mean, you get down on the street and just the vibe is so exciting in Arlington. I love that. And,
it's all part of the smart growth philosophy.
Yes.
Where there's a dense urban environment where commercial, residential, and retail establishments are all congregated along the metro stations. So during the daytime and evening, you regularly see families, businesses all together going out to dinner and shop all along the urban corridors.
Well, it's funny, you can see other locations in Northern Virginia trying to mirror what Arlington has done over the last 15 years with the live, work, play mentality.
That's right.
You're seeing it in Tyson's now. You see it in Reston Town Center. I mean, it's all over the place, and it's really a mirror image of what Arlington has done such a good job over the years in perfecting.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of the younger workforce, the millennials today, they don't want to drive. They don't want
That's
long
right.
commutes. They want the convenience, and you have it all right here in Arlington.
Right.
It's great.
Very
Metro, Uber, walk, bike. It's fantastic.
Yes.
Well,
And
that's great.
Arlington has won so many awards, such as the best place to live, best place to work, best place for millennials.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
so many, you know.
Best place to do commercial real estate.
Yes, that would be great. That's right.
So let me ask you, do you have a
We
favorite,
love it.
Do you have a favorite restaurant in Arlington?
Yes, I like Peter Chang on V Highway.
Oh yeah.
Close to where
Right next to my old right next to
Fantastic.
my old house.
I like that
Yep.
restaurant.
That place is amazing.
Yeah,
I
that's-
really
that's
like
very
that
good.
restaurant. And
Yeah,
there's
there's-
so many other ones here
There's
too.
so many other ones, and unlike when you go out sort of further west, it's a lot of change. I love the individual restaurants down here and the kind of,
Right.
you know, the more the mom and pop shops, if you will, and you know, more ethnic food, which is great.
Right.
That's a lot of fun.
You can typically on Sundays find Chad at A-Town Bar and Grill.
Oh, just
Yeah.
down here.
Drinking a
Okay.
Bottle
okay.
of champagne.
Pollo Peru,
Okay, yeah.
love. It's my favorite.
Right.
I'm a
right.
big fan
My
of
kids eat that alive.
Green
Yeah.
Pig, I think, is my
Green Pig's
favorite
amazing.
restaurant in
Yeah.
Arlington. It's kind of an under the radar spot, but I love it.
Really?
I love
Okay.
it.
That's
It's
great.
a good spot.
Good. Well, Cindy, thank you very much.
Thank you very much
This has
for
been really
having
great.
me.
We're
Thank you.
really excited. It was
Yeah.
great catching up
Please
with you
feel free
today.
to contact us if any of your clients have any questions or issues about Arlington.
Absolutely. We of
We
course
will
look forward to
definitely
working with
do that.
you for, I think we were talking earlier, we've known each other for 7 or 8
Many
years
years,
now, and
yes.
we have many years doing business together in the
Yes.
future, and we're really excited about the Arlington market. Thank you so much for the time. We're just
Yeah, this is
so
fantastic. We
pumped.
look forward to doing more deals with tenants, clients
Yes.
down here, and you know, we'll be reaching out obviously as always.
Of course.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cindy.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate
Thank you.
it.